Hey guys, how are we doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our TD Sequential look at the major indices and some individual stocks. So straight up to those charts. S&P first. So yeah, obviously you can see we had this pennant drawn in on the S&P. We break out the top of it and we have taken control. Regained the 786, which is obviously bullish. So now realistically it's just on to new highs that we'd expect from this asset. We are getting the daily golden cross, 50 cross in the 200, back above the 21 also. So yeah, this is all looking very bullish. Yeah, very bullish. Looked like we had a sort of try to backtest the 21-day period after getting rejected initially quite strongly from the 786. Obviously this move above, then back down below it. But yeah, onwards and upwards now. Some big days, a bit of an indecision candle here, but nothing really to say that we aren't going to regain this high and then keep going onwards and upwards. Nothing TD wise there on the daily. We've got this nice TD9 though on the 12-hour. Obviously has resulted in a little bit of weakness. But we look to be regaining that. But will we come back down and tested 786? Potentially we will. We'll have to keep an eye on this one. And then the 4-hour, you can see no real TD9s other than obviously the one that we sort of broke out above, had a bit of weakness on it, and then we're onwards and upwards. And yeah, sort of back tested that horizontal level, not the actual top of the pennant. But yeah, it's looking very constructive, very bullish in this asset. Oh, so over to the Nasdaq. We'll go to the Nasdaq daily first. So you can see we've had this channel drawn in. We had basically these levels. It's been a while, about a week or so I think since I've done these updates. But yeah, we had these levels that we were looking to break. And then if we broke them, we were looking to basically target this level, which is basically exactly where we are today. So yeah, great trade there. Bounced off the 21, nicely off the 21, nicely off this trend line, and we got all the way to the top, which is what we were kind of looking at. So yeah, great trade there. Nothing TD wise on the daily to look like. Perfect moving average structure here, 21, 50, 200, with obviously a obviously a nice trend line, to boot. 12-hour. Not really much to read on the 12-hour. We only really use the 12-hour to look for 12-hour 9s. I haven't got any of those really at the moment. 4 hours interesting though, because 4-hour we have this nice 9 here. Nice 9. We'd obviously drawn that, so we'll just adjust this along a bit. We knew we had it. Yeah, so we've got this nice nice 4-hour 9. So yeah, in fact we'll delete it. So yeah, really we'll be looking at a break below this 4-hour 9. And I don't really necessarily expect a 4-hour 9 to get us all the way to the bottom of the channel, but potentially it could. I'd more expect like a daily or a 12-hour, a bit more higher time frame, more powerful 9. But nonetheless, we will, if we do break below here, we'll expect some downside. Yeah, so that's as good a target as any. We'll obviously play it. Obviously, can have a trading stop. And then just play it as the move develops. If it develops, we may just keep going onwards and upwards. We may never take out this line. We may just consolidate sideways and then move on upwards. So yeah, but obviously Nasdaq very bullish in a very nice trading sort of channel. Are we going to drop out this channel at some point? Maybe, but we ain't going to drop out of it from the top of the channel. We're going to have to come down to the bottom of the channel first. It may end up being down here though, so we may end up trading sideways, maybe down a little bit, and end up touching the bottom here, and then get catapulted back upwards. So the weaker one, the Russell. Here is the Russell on the daily. So yeah, you can see the Russell, it's lost the trend line, sort of got rejected then by the underside of the trend line via the back test, supported at this horizontal we had drawn in. We didn't manage to break that horizontal, and we look to be fighting with the daily 200. So the Russell is looking a lot weaker than both the S&P and the Nasdaq. So yeah, even the 21 is actually starting to curl downwards. So yeah, and no golden cross in the immediate future. So I mean, the rest of the market's going to be strong. I will expect this to be strong, just not as strong. But maybe we are just going to get pinched between these moving averages and just spend a bit of time going really nowhere at the moment. I still kind of maintain the break below here will take us lower. We can pretty much draw a nice horizontal in here. A nice horizontal here, but realistically you've got the 200 daily as well, so I'm not sure whether you'd want to target the break of this and then ignore the 200 daily, but we'll draw it on because I think it is important. And we'll have a look at see if we've got any TDs on the 12 hour. We won't, obviously we won't, but yeah, can kind of see more of the importance of this horizontal on the 12 hour. And then the 4 hour, do we have anything interesting on the 4 hour? Nothing really. A 9 up there and nearly a 9 down here and then sideways, so this is not really going anywhere, which is worrying if you are bullish of this. We look to be getting pinned down by the underside of this trend line, and I think ultimately that will reject us down. Where that down will be, I don't really know. Yeah, initial target obviously this horizontal, but yeah, so Russell obviously the weaker of this asset. So USO is pinned in this range. I'm surprised because oil has been doing all right. This is just the tracking error that you get in these well, the ETNs technically, exchange traded notes. It's not an exchange traded fund, but yeah, this is yeah, it's getting pinned really, but yeah, like I said, it shows the tracking error of these assets, why these assets are these are just generally useless things. They're not useless for some people, but they're useless for professional people. But yeah, as an investment in oil, that is. But yeah, you can see we're pinned in this range really. We've got to start making a move upwards, otherwise the only real move will be downwards. But yeah, we've got this 200 daily that we are getting supported by. Where's the 21? Where's this? Oh, we got. Why is the 20? Oh, wait. What is wrong with me then? Some reason I think I went colorblind. I was looking at this thinking this is 200 and I was looking for the 50. That's what I was looking for. Oh, I don't even know what I was looking for. Just ignore me. But yeah, we're pinned very tight here, way below the 200 daily. But nonetheless, we're getting supported by the 21, and whilst ever we're getting supported by the 21 and the 50 is upward turning, we've got to have an upward bias. And I mean, at some point this is going to break out of here to the upside. I mean, now's as good a time as any. Moving average, 21 moving average gives us not a lot of room to run to the downside. I think that will force us through, to be honest. We'll move this along here. I do feel like we're going to get forced through here. Forced to the upside. That is my that's my inclination for this. Nothing. We're going to struggle much with TDs in all fairness, and apart from maybe this shorter time frame, because there's no real movement. But yeah, we had a 9 there. It's not done much, but wasn't really much going on trend wise anyway. So a difficult one to read. Where's US oil? Wait one sec, let me move this up. Let me move gold above there. We'll do gold next, and now we'll look at US oil. Probably get a better read from this than we can the USO. We'll go to daily and we'll get a stupid wick in our face. How is that wick? Are we finally changed contracts on this daily now? No, but it's fine. So yeah, daily, we are in this triangle, and I am telling you now, I believe with about 95% certainty that this is going to break up. This is going to break up, take out this 200 day, and yeah, go to the moon, aka about $50 or $60. Yeah, that's my view for this. That is my view. We're potentially on the precipice of this move. Yeah, pretty bullish of oil. I did tell you guys I've gone bullish of oil. I've gone bullish of all assets, including copper, which we'll look at soon. But yeah, very bullish of this. Nothing really TD wise. 12 hour, is something pinning us down? Not really. We had a 12 hour 9, but literally did nothing to price. We never traded below the wick of that candle, the low of that candle. And on the 4 hour, nothing really to read on the 4 hour. We're just basically waiting for this break. I mean, are we going to have one move down, flush out to the downside and come back up? There are some interesting aspects in the market with regarding to oil, the oil inventories, because obviously the SPR is being used, is being leased out, so drawdowns are looking higher than they would be because that space has been used. So, but I think the market is to a certain extent pricing that incorrectly. But maybe the headline news of the drawdowns, the all inventory drawdowns, maybe is boosting this market a little bit more than it should be. But I do still think we are going to get a breakout here. Yeah, sorry, gold. Gold is very interesting. We have obviously got this drawn here. This target around 1830 we're looking at, and that's basically the target. That is basically the target. Where's my other gold charts? Yeah. So yeah, these are the gold COMEX gold futures. Yeah, trading above 1800. So there you go. Obviously we tapped above it before as well. So yeah, we are above the top of this level now. Tested it enough times, so I believe the only way is up for this asset. Let's go to the daily. You can see a bit more clearly. Yeah, so this is sort of the horizontal we're looking at. We'll just extend and pretend. It was a bit wonky anyway. This is the horizontal we're looking at. Basically, I think this will be the new base. We may get some tests down to here. This moving averages are extremely aggressively moving up. The golden cross. This is a nice example of a no, sorry, the golden cross. It's not even the golden cross. The golden cross was ages ago. But this is a nice example of basically sideways, and then the moving average then getting guided up by the 50, getting rejected off it. But yeah, that is not something I really look out for a lot, but it was interesting to see it occur there. But yeah, this is just nothing but bullish really, and obviously for understandable fundamental reasons. We've got a loosely based channel coming up. I mean, you could almost ignore this liquidity crunch that we had in March and just sort of look to the overall trend X that. But yeah, this is a long consolidation, and once we break above this level, just look at what happened. We are gunning for this all-time high. This is going to be toast, isn't it? This secondary high here is already toast. But yeah, so there's our all-time high. In very much in jeopardy. Are we going to have a potential cup and handle in this asset? I would love us to, because that would mean some nice buying opportunities. Yeah, but are we going to? I don't know. I don't really know. My guess would be no. But yeah, once this gets taken out, just there's no limit. Sky's the limit. Just look at what Tesla does. That heap of junk stock. Just look at the moves it makes once you break out all-time highs. Look at Bitcoin when it breaks out to its all-time highs on its way to 20k, nearly 20k. When things are all-time highs, there's obviously no price history, no horizontals really to draw, nothing. So yeah, but right, let's have a look. Let's zero down on some shorter term time frames for some TDs. 4 hours is my favorite TD for gold, so we'll have a look at how that's been performing. So yeah, we're above here daily, just looking bullish, looking constructive, looking bullish, moving averages, moving very nicely. Maybe we're going to consolidate until the 21 catches up, maybe test a bit below the 21 and then just get rejected and continue to the upside. That's what I would be looking out for. No TD9 on the 12 hour, nothing really to see there. And have we got any? Did we have any nice 4 hour 9s? Did we? We had one here, didn't do a lot. No, not really. It's just quite a closely consolidated price action. But yeah, look at this nice pennant that we had. As soon as we break out of that to the upside, that indeed was off to the races. So yeah, gold looking very, very, very good. Silver, come on, just start performing. Silver at the moment is underperforming. We'll look at the gold silver ratio in a little bit in the next one. But yeah, silver has got to get basically, I think I drew this high. I mean, its all-time high is obviously like about, it's not there, is it? Its all-time high was about $50, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Its all-time high, yeah, its all-time high was basically $50. So obviously, gold's a lot closer to that than silver. But once silver gets going, once gold gets to all-time highs, and then this bull market in precious metals that people aren't believing is confirmed, then we are going to have some serious movements in silver. Serious movements in silver. Like, I can't emphasize, not financial advice, but I cannot emphasize how serious the moves are going to be in silver. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, so just I don't know if you can even buy stock up on your actual those 1 ounce silver coins. I don't know, because I can't really buy any more at reasonable prices or just at all any that are available. So I've exhausted all my avenues of buying silver. So yeah, I don't think I can buy any more. But if you can get some, I suggest you get some. Not financial advice, just because the physical will obviously command a premium like it does now, but that premium will increase as the price increases, and then you're getting like a double whammy. A double whammy on the price action. I basically have coins that I have 1 ounce coins that I don't intend to sell for less than 100 English pounds. 100 English pounds, sir, for my silver ounce coin. That's basically what I'll be asking for. 100 rubbish fiat English notes that I will then quickly exchange out of into something else. But yeah, so as you can see on the daily, silver has broke out of the pennant, so it's got to start making a move. Obviously, this level here, we've got to join in. Get above this horizontal, we'll start to accelerate. Get above that horizontal, we'll start to accelerate further. And yeah, I mean, we've already been 1950 for silver this year. Here we go, 1950 is up there. So that is obviously, take that out, and I think we'll be see like $30-40 silver pretty soon. I've got a bet with one of my friends actually, a long running bet from when silver was about $13 and Bitcoin was well over $10,000. I basically bet him that we will have $30 silver before we'll have $30,000 Bitcoin. And I still think that bet's obviously looking better now, seeing as Bitcoin's actually lower than 10,000, and silver is basically, let's round it up to $10 off 30k, off $30, sorry, and Bitcoin is, let's say, $20,000 off, rounding it up off 30k. So we'll see. And you might argue, well, Bitcoin can move faster. Actually, you might be wrong about that. Silver can actually move pretty fast. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But either way, I hold both. So there you go. Not so much Bitcoin at the moment, but crypto in general. But yeah, so we sort of got this data. You can see that we're broken out of the pennant. We're making our way to the top of this level, and we've got to take this out, and then we will basically pretty quickly get into the 20s. I imagine nothing TD wise, and 4 hour. I do like the 4 hour for silver. There you go, nice 9 there. 9 didn't do much, but this is another example. Like I do like to tell you guys, when you have a 9, when we're not really trending, then it's difficult for the 9 to do much because we're not really trending. Although we do come weaker, we do come lower, but the TD Sequential, again, I'll tell you this again, it's a trend exhaustion indicator. If you don't have a trend, the trend can't get exhausted. So nearly got a 9 down there, 9 there, 9 up there, some great 9s. But yeah, this was not a great 9, but just look at how the 9 traded in. And then also you can get great moves up and the 9 doesn't get respected, but then the double 9, the next 9, is usually a better 9 then, and often if the 9 doesn't get respected, it doesn't trigger you into a trade anyway, so you've not lost anything anyway. So, well, we had this trend line drawn, and now we seem to be accelerating, increasing the trend line in a hyperwave fashion. But we'll see what happens. Can I extend this? Yes, I can, if I unlock my drawing tools. There we go. Right, just checking the daily moving averages lastly. Yeah, so here we do have a golden cross on silver on the daily. Excellent. Guy well above the 21 golden cross. This is starting, I mean, this is now moving averages now placed how they should be. We just need to get some upward curve in the 200, and yeah, silver will be off to the races. I mean, I want to say to you guys, obviously I can't, just because I'm not a financial advisor, but yeah, buy silver. I've actually been advocating buying physical silver though, when you could buy it quite cheap. When you could buy it basically, and yeah, so I hope the guy, whoever was watching my channels then, was listening then. Gold silver ratio, Gold silver ratio. Yeah, so this is what we want. We want us to drop out of this channel now, drop down and start accelerating and taking out this low. That's basically what I say. That's what we want. To be honest, it is what we want, because this is a confirmation of cash is trash. Basically, once we get into a real precious metal bull run, silver will outperform gold, and then that will indicate it'll be good for all basically assets denominated in the trash. So obviously it'll take more trash to buy your real assets. So yeah, we do want this to break down. This will be good for Bitcoin. It will be good for gold. It will put more confidence in people buying gold, and gold will rally. But obviously silver will rally faster. But silver, obviously, it just has a higher beta. Silver miners, some silver miners and silver explorer miners, the highest risky ones. Some of those, if you knew which ones to pick, and I'm not saying I do know which ones to pick, but I know some good ones. But yeah, some of those you will be looking at like 100x's in some of those the silver miners. But yeah, they are the highest leveraged play, leveraged against the silver price, that is. So yeah, so this looks like it's gonna break down out of this level. Obviously we faked out a few times below, but we've not really struggled to get to the top of it, and yeah, I think we'll come down, take this out as well, and we will be off to the silver races. Right, copper, another asset that I was telling you guys was I was bullish of. Yeah, so literally just perfect, really. Just back test the trend line and then just nice smooth price action. We had the 9, a bit of profit taken, 9, bit of profit taken, and straight back up. And this is what we're looking for, taking out this level. This is just, in all fairness, this was an arbitrary, oh no, it wasn't, it was not, it was to this high. I was going to say this was just an arbitrary upwards line I drew, but it wasn't. So this is the target. And yeah, maybe a bit more of a pullback there, and then I think we'll be onwards and upwards whilst ever we're in the current regime, the regime of inflation and growth, basically stagflation that we're in. And if we have a regime change, then we may have a change in the performance of this asset. But at the moment, this is going up. Wheat. I've got these options. I've not really been checking them because they're just there in my account, in my broker account, just for next year. And yeah, or whenever they 10x. But yeah, so we had a lot of weakness out of this. Looking bullish here, came back, tested the bottom, and then just plowed down. But yeah, a bit more constructive now. Let's go. It goes to the daily. I don't even know why we were on that. Yeah, so daily we've regained the 21, which is good, but we've got a bearish price, bearish structure here. The opposite to what we've seen in a lot of other markets, interestingly. So 250 to 21, we got to retake the 21, retake the 50. We haven't got to do anything, but if we are going to go upwards, which we look like we may be doing, look, we've got low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, not so higher, high. And in all fairness, this has confirmed the downtrend, because that's a confirmed lower high, and this is a confirmed, well, currently is low, it's lower, so we're lower. So we are in a confirmed downtrend at the moment, but are we going to take out this low or this low? I would propose that we're not, based on inflation expectations, but it will remain to be seen what happens. But nonetheless, you buy things when they're down and you sell things when they're up, and if this is not an asset that is down from basically a 2008 high of that, we are currently sat, let's just get the price tool, from this high we are currently sat down about 62%, and so literally we're basically about the 618. So yeah, yes, I mean, yeah, so I'm guessing this would be the 78. It was about the 782. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you just want to buy this asset. I mean, even longer term, look, we're actually quite constructive. We've probably got a nice trend line we could draw in there, and I think this will catapult us up. So I think this is a great buy. It's a great speculative buy, not financial advice at these levels. Right, this video's gone on for a bit, so I'm going to go over the shares in a separate video. We'll just have a look at soybeans, because obviously they are a bit different. Let's go to the daily, because obviously you guys know I'm buying this as well. Soybeans, oh yeah, I didn't even notice. I don't often check my actual real broker account. Not my real broker account, but my actual like long-term account that's got long-term like holds. I didn't check it, so I haven't actually seen this, but that is a bit of a juicy move, that is. I mean, obviously this is hindsight trading, but you could have had that trend line drawn in pretty nicely. And yeah, obviously you could have the pennant drawn pretty nicely, which we broke to the upside, and we basically, yeah, back tested the trend line, and then yeah, took out that high test. Yeah, I mean, this is all very nice. This is all very nicely lining up, horizontal wise. But yeah, so right, I am going to do the individual companies in the next video, which is good because we'll get more of them done. So remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I'll speak to you very shortly on the next video.